If you will be intentional in boarding the right plane, how much more you need to be intentional in stepping into your God-given calling and purpose of your life. Be intentional about walking in your purpose, but at the same time, be cautious of your intentions in walking in your purpose. Hello everyone, welcome back to this series that we're doing on finding and walking in our God-given purpose. I really recommend you to check out my previous episodes in the series. This is in a playlist on YouTube, or you can check them out as you go down on the podcast platforms. I want you to understand that this will really help you set the foundation right as you discover deeper levels in walking in your God-given purpose. All right, and I also recommend you to check out my best-selling book, Unveil Your Purpose. I'm sure it will have a lot of things that will add value to you in your journey as you step out to finding and walking in your God-given purpose as well. So I want you to like this video and hit the subscribe button if you're not done so. I'm sure that the videos that are coming up in the series and other videos on my channel will definitely be a greater blessing to you as well. Today about an important aspect where people make a very grave mistake with regard to their purpose. They have this misconception with regard to their purpose in life. They think that, you know what, whatever happens in my life is God's will. It's just gonna happen. No matter what I do or I don't do, God's will is gonna happen. I'm gonna fulfill God's purpose for my life. They think that they're gonna fulfill God's call and God's purpose over their life by accident or by default mode. But I want you to understand, just imagine, right? You're stepping into an airport and you need to board a plane to a certain destination, maybe to New York or to London or Singapore. And what do? You're just like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna go. Whichever gate is open, let me just go. I'm sure they won't allow you. That's secondary. or maybe just a train for it, that matter, right? You can just go and then board it. Are you just going to board a random bus or random train or a random plane? Or you're going to be intentional, saying, you know what? If I need to go to New York, is this plane going to take me to New York? You're not going to take a Cessna to travel all the way to New York from India, right? You get what I'm saying? You're going to be like, I'm sure Cessna is basically a very small plane, okay? It's a 2-seater aircraft. Being an aerospace engineer, I've flown in all of those Cessna gliders and all of these things. And I want to tell you something. Those planes can't take you all the way to New York from India. You get what I'm saying, right? See, you will be very, very cautious. You will make sure that you're not stepping into the wrong plane, right? Like it will end up like a case scenario like Home Alone 2, where Kevin wanted to go to Florida and ends up in New York. You don't want that to happen. You want to be intentional that you're stepping into the right plane that will take you to the right location. You get what I'm saying? Or even in life, right? If you're going to buy a new house, you're going to be so cautious. Is there water in this locality? Are there any untoward incidents connected to this place? Are all the documents with regard to this house proper? You will think so much. You will be very, very intentional in making sure that this is the right house for you before you buy that house, right? Then how much more you should take a very intentional step with regard to your purpose. You can't take it casual. You can't take it light. You can't just operate on default mode and think that you will ultimately find and walk in God's purpose for your life. You have to be intentional today. If you will be intentional in boarding the right plane, how much more you need to be intentional in stepping into your God-given calling and purpose of your life. I'm sure you are already being intentional. That's the reason you are sticking around and you're trying to find deeper understanding with regard to your purpose. And I really appreciate you for that. But I want you to really, really dig down deep and ask God with all your heart. Say, God, I want to find your purpose and I want to operate in deeper levels of your purpose for my life. Right? So that's the first thing I want to tell you as a misconception that people have with regard to their purpose. That they think that I'm going to find and walk in my purpose by default mode. No, you can't do that. you have to be intentional. And you have to understand the second aspect with regard to purpose that people have as a misconception is they think that, you know what, a big plane, I want to go to the top. Everybody loves the plane to go to the top. And I understand a plane is meant to go to the top and it will really serve its purpose only in the clouds, right? That's true. But the truth of the matter is, sometimes people idolize going to the top in their life. Like, in the sense that, yes, the Bible says that God will make you the head and not the tail, He'll take you to the top and not the bottom. That's true. But here's the context here, right? The intention matters, right? You have to be intentional, but at the same time, you have to be cautious of your intention. What do I mean by that? Well, when you think about Joseph in the Bible, right? Everybody says, how, look at him, he had as a young boy, had dreams and aspirations with regard to his future, how his brothers will bow down before him and he will be in leadership and all of these things. And eventually that did come to pass, there's no doubt about it. But the truth of the matter is, Joseph's intention was not there to just be like, you know what, I want my brothers to bow down before him. His purpose came from a result of an intention to serve. He was serving people. His journey began when he was serving his brothers by giving them food, and his journey ends when he serves nations affected by a famine by giving them food. His intention was in the right place. He was cautious. He was not arrogant. A lot of people are extremely arrogant and they're full of pride and proud all the time, and I challenge you to be cautious of your intentions. All right, so just remember these two aspects with regard to your purpose. Number one, be intentional about walking in your purpose, but at the same time, be cautious of your intentions in walking in your purpose, because these are two vital things that will be the foundation as you step into deeper levels of discovering and walking in your God-given purpose. I really recommend you to subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss out upcoming videos in the series. I'm sure they will really transform your life. They will be a great blessing to you. Check out my book. I'm sure you will learn a lot as you journey through this book. I want you to follow me on social media and follow this if you're listening on the podcast platform, and I will see you back with more episodes very soon. God bless you.